Welcome back to JawsDrops channel. Today, we're going to talk about the movie The Lord of the Rings and take a look at the cast of this epic trilogy back in 2001 and how they look now in 2023. And if you want to find out how the Beatles and Stanley Kubrick are connected to The Lord of the Rings, be sure to watch the video until the end. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to see more content like this.
I wish none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide.
Elijah Wood played the pivotal character of the trilogy, Frodo the Hobbit, bravely carrying the ring to Mordor. Wood began his acting career at a young age and had already taken on several roles in major films before The Fellowship of the Ring, such as Flipper and Avalon. In his filmography now, you can find a range of films including the sci-fi romance Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, the adventure tragicomedy Everything is Illuminated, the historical drama Bobby, and the thriller Maniac. Plus, of course, there's Wilfred, the cult TV series about a talking dog. Elijah also lends his voice to video games, records, audiobooks, and even ventures into producing. And in late 2019, an important event occurred in Wood's life. He and his partner, Danish producer Mette Marie Kongsved, welcomed their son. Elijah Wood looks almost the same as he did 15 years ago. Some fans of the actor suspect that he never actually threw the One Ring into the volcano, which would explain his seemingly eternal youth. By the way, as a memory of their time together, 8 actors from The Fellowship of the Ring got matching tattoos, the number 9 in Elvish language. Frodo's is located on his right hip bone.
Same weakness.
Your time will come.
The Danish-American actor Viggo Mortensen portrayed Aragorn, the son of Arathorn, the heir of Isildur, and eventually the King of Gondor in The Lord of the Rings. Although Viggo Mortensen had many outstanding roles before The Lord of the Rings, even working with Alfred Hitchcock, it was this trilogy that introduced him to a mass audience. However, even after the overwhelming fame, Viggo remained true to himself and preferred to take on independent projects rather than mainstream cinema. His filmography now includes several Oscar-nominated performances for Best Actor in films like Eastern Promises, Captain Fantastic, and Green Book. In 2020, Viggo made his directorial debut with the psychological drama Falling, which was featured in several international film festivals. At the age of 64, Viggo is in a relationship with actress Ariadne Gil. They live in Madrid, but Viggo spends most of his time on film sets in the United States. During his free time from filmmaking, Viggo pursues painting and publishes art albums featuring his photography and poetry. And on his shoulder, you'll always find the tattoo of the Elvish number 9 as a lasting memory of his time with the Fellowship of the Ring.
Don't turn me into anything unnatural.
No. Perhaps not. I've thought of a better use for you.
Sean Astin played Samwise Gamgee, the loyal friend and companion of the trilogy's main character, Frodo. After wrapping up the trilogy directed by Peter Jackson, Sean wrote a book titled There and Back Again, an actor's tale, in which he shared insights into the creation of the Lord of the Rings cinematic universe. Sean Astin continues to actively work in both film and television. 3 of his notable projects include collaborations with Adam Sandler in 50 First Dates, Click, and Pixels. Of course, we can't forget the iconic series Stranger Things, where he appeared as Winona Ryder's character's boyfriend in the 2nd season. At 52 years old, Sean is happily married. He tied the knot with Christine Harrell in 1992, and the couple has 3 daughters. Sean Astin also has an Elvish tattoo, placed on a rather unconventional part of his body, the ankle. He got it to commemorate the experience of wearing prosthetic hobbit feet every day during filming. Before shooting, the Hobbit actors were equipped with rubber artificial feet that were securely attached to their ankles.
Let's get another one.
Dominic Monaghan portrayed Merry, the mischievous hobbit and a fellow villager and friend of Frodo. The Fellowship of the Ring marked his star debut on the big screen. Monaghan also played a prominent role in the ABC series Lost. He is a passionate nature enthusiast, and from time to time, there is news in the press about his eccentric actions. He purchased a mango forest in India, adopted a praying mantis, and had a newly discovered spider species, Catanus monagani, named after him. The actor is 46 years old now. As for his personal life, little is known about Dominic's romantic relationships or personal affairs. Despite living in Los Angeles, a city filled with paparazzi, he tends to keep a low profile when appearing in public places, often seen alone. In remembrance of the Lord of the Rings, Dominic Monaghan has a tattoo of the number 9 on his right shoulder.
Have you heard nothing Lord Elrond has said? The ring must be destroyed!
Orlando Bloom portrayed Legolas, the skilled elven archer, in The Lord of the Rings. Bloom was relatively unknown when he was cast in the trilogy, but between the first and second films, he had the opportunity to star in Black Hawk Down. Immediately after completing The Lord of the Rings, he signed on for a role in the even more long-running franchise, Pirates of the Caribbean. He later returned to his iconic role as Legolas in the Hobbit trilogy. At the age of 46, Orlando Bloom now chooses to act based on his mood, but he is heavily involved in charitable work and spends quality time with his family, Katy Perry and their daughter, Daisy Dove Bloom. Like his fellow cast members, Bloom also got a tattoo to commemorate his time on The Lord of the Rings, opting for his right forearm, the arm he used to wield his bow.
Fly, you fools!
Ian McKellen brought the wise wizard Gandalf to life on screen, and the first part of the trilogy earned him an Oscar nomination. McKellen's acting career spans 6 decades, with his theatrical debut dating back to 1961. On stage, he has portrayed characters like Romeo, Hamlet, Macbeth, and King Lear, earning him the status of a national treasure among the British. In his Hollywood career, Sir Ian played Magneto in the X-Men franchise, an antagonist in The Da Vinci Code, Cogsworth in Beauty and the Beast, and reprised his role as Gandalf in The Hobbit. At the age of 84, Ian McKellen remains private about his personal life, although he came out as openly gay in 1988. He supported his younger colleagues from the Fellowship of the Ring in their tattoo venture, even though he had never previously indulged in tattoo art. He chose a fairly traditional location for his tattoo, the shoulder. Liv Tyler, born Liv Rundgren, came to life on the big screen as Arwen, the daughter of Lord Elrond and the love interest of Aragorn. Before The Lord of the Rings, the actress had already appeared in the successful film Armageddon. However, the peak of her career came in the 2000s when she starred in independent projects like Steve Buscemi's Lonesome Jim, the drama Reign Over Me, and the superhero film The Incredible Hulk. Since the early 2010s, Liv has been less active in cinema, with her latest notable film being the science fiction thriller Ad Astra. At the age of 46, Liv Tyler is happily in a civil partnership with British businessman David Gardner. The couple resides in London and is raising their son and daughter together. Liv also has a son from her previous marriage to rocker Royston Langdon.
He hates and loves the ring, as he hates and loves himself. Smeagol's life is a sad story.
For no one was The Lord of the Rings as defining a film as it was for Andy Serkis, who portrayed Gollum. The resurrection of Gollum was an impressive achievement in motion capture technology. Directors showered the actor with offers to take on similar roles in films like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, King Kong, and Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Since 2017, Circus has shifted his focus to directing, helming projects like Mowgli and Venom 2. Additionally, during the filming of The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey and The Hobbit: The Battle of the Five Armies, Andy Serkis not only played the role of Gollum, but also served as a second unit director. He was invited to this position by Peter Jackson. At 59 years old, Andy Serkis continues to be actively involved in filmmaking. Since 2002, he has been happily married to Lorraine Ashbourne, and the couple has 3 children.
Do not let your hearts be troubled. Go now and rest, for you are weary with sorrow and much toil.
Cate Blanchett portrayed Galadriel, the Lady of Lothlorien and the grandmother of Arwen in The Lord of the Rings. She is one of the most decorated actresses from the trilogy. Exactly a year after the premiere of The Return of the King, The Aviator was released, a role that earned Blanchett the coveted Oscar statue. She later repeated her success, winning an Oscar for her role in the drama Blue Jasmine. In 2022, she received an award at the Venice Film Festival for Best Actress for her role in Tar, where she portrayed the first woman to lead the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra. Her repertoire also includes roles in successful films such as Carol, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and many more. At the age of 54, Cate Blanchett continues to be versatile in all kinds of projects, which is why she is so highly regarded by directors. She has been happily married to screenwriter Andrew Upton for 23 years and has 3 biological children with him. In 2015, the couple adopted a girl named Edith.
Welcome to Rivendell.
The early 2000s marked the most successful period in Hugo Weaving's career. He not only played Elrond in The Lord of the Rings, but also portrayed Agent Smith in The Matrix. In 2005, he also took on a significant role in the film V for Vendetta, though you may not have recognized him under the mask of Guy Fawkes. Afterward, Hugo played the main villain in the comic book adaptation Captain America: The First Avenger, and returned to the role of Elrond in The Hobbit. At 63 years old, Hugo Weaving's personal life remains stable. He has been in a relationship with Katrina Greenwood since 1984, and they have 2 children together. However, Hugo has no plans to get married, as he holds negative views on the institution of marriage.
What about breakfast?
We've already had it.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
Billy Boyd played the cheerful Pippin, a member of the Fellowship and the best friend of Merry in The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings was one of his earliest projects and is likely to remain his most prominent one. Boyd also appeared in The Hobbit, but only as the performer of a ballad, and his name wasn't even mentioned in the credits. In 2019, the actor participated in the filming of TV series like Outlander and Grey's Anatomy. By the way, Billy and Dominic, who portrayed Merry, are still friends and regularly meet up. Today, Boyd lives in Glasgow with his wife, Alison, who gave birth to their son, Jack. Interestingly, Elijah Wood and Dominic Monaghan attended their wedding in 2010. Billy also indulged in the pleasure of getting a tattoo, adorning his ankle with an elvish number 9. You'll be surprised, but the Beatles once had plans to make a movie adaptation of The Lord of the Rings. The musicians wanted to play the main characters, with Stanley Kubrick as the director. Their choice of roles is quite intriguing. John Lennon was supposed to portray Gollum, Paul McCartney as Frodo, George Harrison as Gandalf, and Ringo Starr as Sam. However, Kubrick declined the offer, considering the production of such a project unfeasible. That's all for now. If you enjoyed the video, please press the like, subscribe to the channel, and leave comments about which movie and actors you'd like to see featured in future videos.